number, but it was almost 2 months, I think, where she would start to get better and then boom, get sick again. She did this. She took 9 in one day. She did her frankincense, she did her lemon, and she literally woke up the next day and went, wow, I feel pretty good, but I'm just going to lay in bed here because I know it's going to start kicking in. Like, I've just been sick for so long that I'm just waiting for those symptoms to come. And they didn't come. So she did that for a good 7 to 10 days just to really do an overhaul and a clean out. So this is something that can really help your body detoxify as well. I love this supplement, and it's good for all ages. So this is my #1 supplement. PB Assist. So this comes in a capsule, and this is a probiotic. And they do have probiotics for kids that come in like almost like a little pixie stick, and they kind of taste like a pixie stick. Why are probiotics important? Because these help replace the good bacteria in our gut to help keep the flora where it needs to be. So there are such things as good bacteria and bad bacteria. And when we have a lot of overgrowth of the bad bacteria and it kind of overwhelms the good bacteria, that's when we can start to have a lot of GI distress. And when we take a good probiotic, it helps to replace that good bacteria in our GI system to help keep it in a healthy state. The one thing I love about the capsules is they come in a dual capsule, meaning the probiotics are in a smaller capsule that are encapsulated in a bigger capsule. And they're still not that big to take. They're actually very doable to swallow. And you see the outer layer is clear. I don't know how well you guys can see this, but the inner one is green. The inner capsule is the one that has the probiotic, and the outer capsule has some digestive enzymes to help kind of stimulate our GI tract to help get things moving. And then that inner capsule actually gets down into our intestines before it's kind of released, and that is huge. You guys, most of the time when we're eating like the yogurts that have probiotics in them, or even some of the prescription probiotics, they're not actually getting to our intestines. And so by the time they get there, our gastric acid juices have already kind of dissolved those probiotics, and so we're not getting the benefits. So again, we're literally flushing that money down the toilet. These actually get released in the intestine, so they can do massive goodness once we get it where it's supposed to be. These are really important in this day and age. There's a big problem in the medical world where we tend to give out loads and loads of antibiotics. And when we take antibiotics, it kills the good and the bad bacteria. And so it really can give our GI systems and put them in a lot of distress. So if you're having to go on antibiotics, which antibiotics save lives, you guys, I'm not saying don't take those, but if we're treating our body the way it should be treated, it can fight off most of those infections itself. And we don't have to throw those really powerful, broad spectrum antibiotics at it that just kind of kill everything and doesn't really target one area. So if you have to be on some antibiotics, it's a really good idea to take a probiotic, and it's a really good idea to take a probiotic that actually get those probiotics to your intestinal tract. So I absolutely love these. I was never really a believer in a daily probiotic, but we take them daily because GI health is really, really important. If and when, none of us have had to be on antibiotics for years now, but if and when we do, we will definitely up the amount of probiotics that we take during the time of antibiotic and there immediately after. Okay, so really important for GI health. Okay, doTERRA has 2 specific oils, 2 blends that are really good for neutralizing the digestive system. So it's going to take care of kind of all of the issues. And people go, oh, I don't want to do that because what if it gives me really loose stool? Okay, it's not going to do that. It neutralizes it. So whether you have hard stool or really loose stool, this is going to neutralize it so that your body can kind of make those adjustments to kind of fix that problem. If you kind of get some of that burning, particularly after certain foods that you eat, it's going to help with that. If you're getting a lot of gas or bloating, it's going to help with that. And these are ones that I use every single day. I primarily use the Tummy Tamer, and that's the kids version. Why do I use this one? Because it works fantastic and it smells delightful. It has peppermint and spearmint in it and a few other things, but those are the ones I smell the most, and it smells delightful. Sometimes I put on both of them. I've always kind of had a slow GI system, so I do these prophylactically, meaning I do them every day, whether I'm having a problem or not, to help keep me on the right track. This Digestin blend, if you like the smell of black licorice, this is it. I have many family members that actually prefer the Digestin over the Tummy Tamer because that smell is more intriguing to them. I like the smell of the Tummy Tamer better. So it's really whatever you want. And just because this is the kids version, guess what? It works great on adults because I use this every single day. These are roller balls. So the oil, there's essential oils mixed in there along with some fractionated coconut oil, and it just makes it really easy to apply to your abdomen. I do these at least once a day. I also carry one that I make up on my own. So I like to kind of play potions that has copaiba and yarrow palm in it. And copaiba is a great GI neutralizer as well. And so I kind of carry this one in my pocket. So if after I have had something to eat and I'm feeling a little bloated or gassy, I can just roll this on, and it really takes care of the issue almost immediately. And that one doesn't have quite as strong a scent than these two, and when I'm around other people, I try to be a little bit more cognizant of that. But these two are really great to have around. These just sit right by my sink, and that's one thing that I'll say is when you guys are using essential oils or different products, you need to put them where it's convenient for you to use. Because if the reason I have them by my bathroom sink is because I do it in the morning as I get out of the shower, I put on my deodorant and I put on my oils on my abdomen. If I had to walk out to my oil stand, I can guarantee you I wouldn't do it as frequently, because that's what happened when I first started in oils. I wanted all of them in one place that, were labeled in alphabetical, and now I have them everywhere. The ones I use in my shakes, I have over by my blender. The ones that I use daily for my abdomen, I have them by my bathroom sink. I have my supplements right above my kitchen sink because I can fill a glass of water and take my supplements, and then I don't have to worry about it. So put your products where you're going to use them, and then you will be more consistent about using them. I can't stress consistency enough. Just think about if you were put on a prescription medication to help manage your blood pressure and to help balance your blood pressure. You wouldn't just take that pill when you thought you needed it or when you thought your blood pressure was high. You take it every day so you have a consistent level in your body. It's the same things with these. So I put these on at least once a day. You can put them on twice a day. You can put them on 6 times a day if you want. And if you don't love the smell, then put them on the bottoms of your feet. Our feet have a lot of reflex points. Kind of our stomach and abdomen area is kind of like right in the middle of our foot. So if you can't remember that, put them on the entire bottom of your feet. And the oils will go where it needs to go because of our reflex points on our feet. So just get them on. That's the main thing. These are quick. These are easy. This is probably one of the easiest self-care items that you can do to help keep your GI tract neutralized. I also keep, so in part 1's class, we talked about adaptive. That's the one to kind of help us with emotional balance. I happen to really love the smell of adaptive, so I tend to put that higher up on my body, like over my heart and behind my ears and maybe even on my neck. So I get the aroma of it, but I also get the effects topically where my cells are absorbing it and my body's using those chemicals to kind of help keep those chemistry levels, the serotonin, the dopamine, the oxytocin at the higher levels, right? So all of these things are so, so important for our emotional health. And I have just learned that we have to take care of our entire body. if we want our body to function harmoniously with itself, and we really have to take care of our GI system. By taking care of my GI system, I have not, knock on wood, gotten sick, and I can't even tell you how long. And when I do, it's very minimal, and I can use my supplements and oils to really kick that issue in a matter of days versus a matter of weeks. And I can't tell you how empowering that is. None of us function great when we don't feel well, right? And so if we can reduce the amount of time that we don't feel well, just think at how much more productive we can be and how much happier we will be. None of us are real happy, right? We don't have those endorphins going when our stomach is not feeling great, or we have some respiratory congestion and things like that. We're not in that super elevated state of euphoria, right? We're in this like, oh my gosh, am I ever going to get better state? So let's do this prophylactically. Let's do this preventatively. Let's take care of our bodies now to get us in the best state that we can be, so that it balances out in general, both physically and emotionally. Please reach out to me if you have any questions. I would love to do a consult with you to help find the products that you need for you and your family to be in a more balanced physical and emotional state. Thanks for joining me. Have a wonderful day.